Hello, my dear friends. I welcome you to today's session. HCL Foundation and NGO Aroha. We are jointly conducting programs which is called Hirwai Environmental Conservation and Sensitization Program, and this is basically on environment education meant for school children. And today we are going to talk about rains. Here comes the rain. And why is it so important for our country to study about rains? Because everything starts with water. We cannot live without water. And in India, rains is the main important source which is giving us water. Everything, our environment, our biodiversity, our life, our development, our civilization, our crop patterns, our livelihood options, lifestyle, and for that matter, even the share market is dependent on the rains. We always have been calling ourselves agriculture-based country. Our water resources, which are rivers, dams, lakes, wells, bore wells, they are all dependent on the rains that we get. And it is therefore very important for us to study our rain pattern and the effects of rain on the groundwater. Now we are getting three types of rains in India. First is in Himalaya, the northern region of India. We are getting rains from western disturbances. Second types of rains which we are getting are from cyclones and other types of storms. And most important is our monsoon. And we are having two types of monsoons which we are going to really study afterwards. One is southwest and another is northwest monsoon. In India, 80% of the water is because of southwest monsoon, and in Maharashtra we are getting 85 to 90% of water only from the monsoon rains. Now the western disturbances. These are the winds that come from Europe passing Mediterranean Sea. They come to northern part of the India and Himalayas, and they bring not only the rains but a cold wave also along with them. This is typically in winters, and these rains are beneficial for rabi crops in northern India, especially in Punjab. And this also has been going for number of years together. Now recently we had the Nisarga cyclone. So you know actually the disturbances in the air pressure, especially in the sea. They create cyclones and storms. And before monsoon, number of times these cyclones are created in the sea, then they come to the land, and along with that land, with the very strong winds, they bring rains. Now we are going to talk about our main source of water, that is southwest monsoon rains. These are typically from June to September. As I said, it is very important for us to understand these rains because 85% of our water requirement is made by these rains. Now in this picture, you would see two branches of monsoon. So you can see the winds are starting, and they are really coming to India. In the second picture, in the summer, picture B, you would see they are coming to India and then they hit both the coasts. So whenever you have rains, monsoon rains in Kerala, at the same time you probably are also having rains in Chennai and Pondicherry. Now, what exactly is monsoon? Monsoon are the winds which come in particular season. They bring rain clouds with them and go back in particular season. The word probably started from a Persian word Mausam. So these are the monsoon rains, winds which come in particular season and go back also in particular season. And they really come from far away lands. Their journey is around 5,500 kilometers, which is starting from Madras Island, which is south of Somalia in Africa. They cross complete Arabian Sea to reach India. And of course, when they are crossing the Arabian Sea, they bring a lot of moisture, and the clouds are full of moisture, which are then full of water, and we say that monsoon has arrived with the rains. Causes of monsoon are actually we have been learning from KG onwards, that during the summer the land is warmer than the ocean. This causes rain to rise over the land and air to blow in from the ocean to fill in the void led by the air that rose up. So these monsoon clouds that form are full of moisture from the ocean, and they produce heavy rainfall for a long period of times. What is the uniqueness of Indian monsoon? There are a number of factors which are very, very unique to India. Only in India we have a geographical division where we have a sea and land division. We have sea from all the three sides of India, and we have a landmass. Then we have Tibetan Plateau. The height of this is around 5 kilometers from the sea level. Then we also have the wall of Himalayas. So what happens actually in summer? This Tibet, which is a flat land which is 5 kilometers above the sea level, gets heated, and the air, when it is heated, it goes up. So the air pressure in that particular area is very less, and that initiates the wind which starts from Arabian Sea towards the Tibetan Plateau. Now, how was this plateau formed? It started long back, about 1.5 million years ago. At the same time when the Himalaya was formed due to internal geographical developments. And ever since that time, this cycle of rains has started. Now, of course, when we are talking about Himalayas, rains are always affected by the mountains. In Maharashtra, we have Sahyadri, where we see maximum rainfall at Mahabaleshwar and Tamni Ghats. And in Himalayas, eastern India, we see the maximum rainfall in Khasigaro, Zambia, Cherrapunji in Meghalaya. Now, of course, because of the geographical differences, there is a great difference in the rainfall as well. In Cherrapunji, we may be having around 11,000 millimeter of rains, but as against in Jaisalmer, it is only 200 millimeters. At Mahabaleshwar, we may be having 5,750 millimeters of rain per year. As against that, Maswat, which is not too far off, but which is beyond Sahyadri, the rainfall is only 400 millimeters. So the difference in lifestyle, different in crop patterns, the difference in livelihoods, everything is actually dependent on rains. Rains is only a guest of 4 months. These rains we get only on an average for 100 hours in an year. Arrival is from 1st of June and the return is sometime in September to October. Now these rains are of course sometimes disturbed because of the cyclones, because it affects the air pressure pattern. El Nino also, which is the hot streams which are in Pacific Oceans, which also is disturbing the direction of the winds. So sometimes we get less rain, sometimes we get more rains, which are again, like you would understand, because sometimes we have cyclones, so the air pressure that was built is all like getting disturbed because of the cyclone, and the winds do not come to the land with that much of force. Sometimes because of the El Nino pattern, the winds get directed towards the Pacific Ocean. So instead of coming to India, the winds are getting redirected to the other end. So that year we have lesser rains. But it has never happened that the rains do not come. The rains do come every year. But as you have seen, rains come only for 100 hours per year on an average. And we need water every day, all through our life. Every day of the year. We cannot imagine our life without water. And that is why in the next session, we are going to talk about very, very important topic, that is water conservation. Thank you so much. It is very nice speaking to you. In case if you have any queries, you want to give any feedback, please do get in touch with us. Our email ID is aroha, A-R-O-H-A, dot Nagpur @gmail.com, and my email ID is Vishakha Rao, VISHAKHARAO @redipmail.com. Thank you so much. Have a good day.